Good morning, friends. Thank you so much for, showing up to become the best version of yourself, pretty much. That's what I wanted to talk about today is like life purpose. What's your life purpose? How do you tap into your life purpose? When we're at in different parts of our journey, sometimes it's really difficult to tune in to be like, what is my life purpose? And I'll tell you, ultimately mine has evolved over time. I know what it is, but it shifts. It shifts as I grow, as as we embody more light, we begin to shift our life purpose into broader, larger and larger facets of this beautiful spiritual journey. Each one of us has a soul blueprint, and it's not the same as anybody else's. And that's the beauty of this. This is why I always tell people there's no competition out there. We're not meant to be carbon copies of other people, other beautiful soul-led entrepreneurs. And comment below if you know what your life purpose is. I want to see what you know. If you're struggling to find your life purpose, comment below. That's what I'm here to guide people home to, is their soul. When you tune into your soul and you learn to really go with where the universe is taking you, it guides you to your soul's purpose. It shows up in your face every day, whether you want to admit it or not. And what happens is, in our society, we get fixated on certain titles and things. And when it's out of alignment with what our soul frequency is, we're going to keep getting turned down. And we're going to keep getting pushed away or deviated. And that's the beauty of this. A lot of people take that as frustration and fear that they're not going to measure up. However, we need to take these moments, this divine guidance, as a signpost to pivot into what our actual life purpose is. We need to listen and tune in. We must. And that's what Spirit here is guiding us to do, is to tune in and really listen to what it's telling us to be. I'm holding a course in just under 2 weeks about getting out of your own way. That's the first step to finding your soul's purpose. Getting out of your own way and understanding how to listen to your mind. How do we listen to it? How do we tune into it? How do we remove what's playing in the background and not serving our highest best good and the highest best good of all, to tune into what our calling is? And that's what I'm teaching here. So if you're interested in joining that, comment below and I'll share the information with you, or send me a private message asking for more info, because the biggest part of this journey is actually getting out of our own way. Getting our ego mind out of our own way. And I don't ever want to say that our ego is a bad thing, because it's important. We just need to learn to integrate the two, our soul and our ego, so that they work together and cohesively, and not one pushing the other one away. Because our ego, as we know, is very loud, and our soul song and our intuition can be very quiet, and it's hard to hear when there's somebody screaming in the background, right? But I want to know, what is your life purpose? What is it? What is your soul's purpose? And are you ready to step into soul-led entrepreneurship? Are you ready to step into serving the collective as who you're meant to be? We're moving into these unprecedented times that are here to really show us that monetary gain is not what it's all about. It's about leading from our heart center and our soul and channeling this divine energy and serving the collective. And in that, true abundance comes through. I just hosted an abundance activation last weekend, and we spoke about this, where it's like true abundance isn't just monetary, it's abundance of all. And when we're tuned into that frequency by living in our highest self and our soul self and our purpose, that's when everything begins to come through, and it's wow, you just feel abundant in every way. It's so cool. So I'll tell you a little story. The Collective Spiritual Consciousness, this community that you may be watching this through, I created this group 3 years ago. I have another couple of smaller groups, they're private, the Spiritual Collective Consciousness the Spiritual Divinity Collective, sorry. The names are very similar. That one's private. But this group, so I didn't actually start really utilizing it until a year after I created it. So we went from about 700 people to 1 million in 2 years, shy of 2 years. Like, this is what happens when you step into your soul's purpose. Things begin to build momentum. And what I've learned on my journey is you can't go full force. You have to allow time for integration of energies. You have to allow those, like, there's ebbs and flows. Like, the community will grow really, really quickly and then it'll sort of stop. It's so we can calibrate to the energy of holding this space for so many people. And this is a great analogy for your own life. We need to take time out and calibrate to space. So I'm going to ask each and every one of you today to take some silent time today, because we get caught up in the rat race of life and we exhaust our nervous system and we exhaust our mind, so our soul can't come through. Take time out, go walk barefoot on the grass if you can. Go just be one with yourself, meditate, and just know who you are. But I love you, and I wanted to share this message with you today. Who are you? Who are you? What is your purpose? You know, what is your purpose? But I love you, and if you need any assistance, reach out. That's what I'm here to do, is to guide people home. I see people at their highest potential. You know, as soon as I touch base with them, I see their highest potential, and it's about tuning into that and creating a plan to get there. Anyway, I love you. Peace out.